Have you ever woken up one morning, poured your coffee, and thought, what's next for me? Maybe you've retired, or your kids have moved out, or life has just slowed down a bit, and suddenly, you find yourself with something you haven't had in decades, time. At first, it might feel relaxing. No alarms, no deadlines, no endless to-do lists. But then, a little voice creeps in. What now? Maybe you miss feeling excited about your day, or that spark of learning something new, or the joy of creating something with your own two hands. And you're not alone. So many people over 60 quietly admit they feel like they've lost a sense of purpose. But here's the truth, life after 60 isn't an ending, it's a new chapter. In fact, it might just be the best one yet. Why? Because now, for the first time, you have the freedom to explore what you love, not what your boss expects, or what your family needs, but what truly lights you up. In this video, we're diving into 6 new passions you can discover after 60, things that can bring back that spark, open new doors, and fill your days with excitement, purpose, and joy. These aren't about keeping busy for the sake of it. They're about reconnecting with who you are, the creative, curious, passionate version of you that might have been buried under decades of responsibility. So, grab your tea, get comfortable, and let's talk about the first passion, one that has transformed the lives of thousands of people over 60 around the world. It's the passion for learning. Now, you might be thinking, learning? At my age? But here's something beautiful, your brain never stops growing. Science has proven that no matter your age, your brain can form new connections, build new pathways, and keep itself sharp as long as you keep feeding it something new. You don't have to sit in a classroom or take tests. Learning after 60 is about curiosity. Maybe you've always wanted to speak Italian, play the piano, understand history better, or even learn how to edit videos. The options are endless. I once spoke with a 68-year-old woman who decided to learn watercolor painting during lockdown. She'd never painted before, but now, she spends her mornings in her garden with her brushes and a cup of tea, creating little masterpieces. She told me, it's not about being good, it's about feeling alive again. That's what learning does. It reignites your brain, gives your day structure, and fills it with a sense of progress. Because no matter how old we get, we still crave growth. We still want to become something more. And here's a little secret, learning something new doesn't just make you smarter. It makes you happier. Every time you master a new skill, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It's the same rush you used to get from achieving something big at work or finishing a tough project, only now, it's for you. So maybe your first passion after 60 could be learning, whether that's through online classes, community workshops, or even teaching yourself with YouTube videos. The key is to start small and stay curious. Now, let's move to another passion that surprises a lot of people, but it has the power to completely change your outlook on life. It's the passion for creating. You might say, oh, I'm not creative. But creativity isn't just about painting or writing books. It's about making something new, using your imagination, your hands, or your experiences to bring something into the world that didn't exist before. Think about it. Maybe you used to enjoy gardening but stopped because of time. Or maybe you once dreamed of writing your story, your memories, your lessons, your journey, but never had the chance. Or maybe you've always loved taking photos but never really explored it seriously. Creativity is one of the most powerful forms of self-expression, and it doesn't just keep your mind active, it feeds your soul. It's the one thing that reminds you that you still have something to offer, something beautiful to share. I once met a retired carpenter who started carving small wooden birds in his garage. What began as a way to pass time turned into a small business online, but more importantly, it gave him peace. He said, "When I'm carving, I don't think about my age. I just think about the wood, the shape, and how it'll come to life." You don't need to turn creativity into profit. The joy is in the process. You might pick up knitting, write poetry, make music, bake beautiful bread, or even create short videos of your travels. Every act of creation, big or small, reminds you that life isn't just about what's behind you. There's still so much beauty ahead, waiting to be shaped by your hands. And something magical happens when you combine learning with creating. You start to feel that old spark again, that sense of excitement you might not have felt since your younger years. You start waking up with purpose, ideas flowing, eager to see what the day will bring. But let's be honest, sometimes, what keeps us from discovering new passions isn't a lack of ideas, it's fear. Fear of looking silly, of being too old, or of failing. But here's the thing, failure doesn't exist when you're doing something out of love. Every step, every mistake, every try, it's all part of the joy. So, if you've been putting off something because you think you're past the right age, I want to tell you this, you're not. The best time to start something new isn't when you're younger. It's when you're ready. And if you're watching this video right now, you are ready. Life after 60 isn't about slowing down, it's about finally going after the things you didn't have time for before. And speaking of that, let's move into another kind of passion that's deeply fulfilling, one that connects you to others and gives you a renewed sense of purpose. If you're still watching and feel that these insights are meaningful, please type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to do so, and don't forget to turn on the bell, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to uplift, inform, and inspire. Your support truly means a lot. It's what keeps us going and allows us to continue sharing thoughtful, helpful content just for you. Now, let's continue this journey together. Now that we've talked about learning and creating, let's explore another kind of passion, one that goes beyond personal joy and connects you to something bigger, the passion for giving back. There's a special kind of happiness that comes from helping others. It's not the same as the excitement of learning or the satisfaction of creating something new, it's deeper. It's the feeling that you matter, that you're still part of something important. And after 60, that feeling can truly transform how you see your days. Maybe you've spent decades caring for others, raising a family, supporting your community, building your career. But now, you have the freedom to give back in your own way, on your own terms. You could volunteer at a local animal shelter, tutor children who need a little extra help, or join a charity group that supports a cause close to your heart. Even something as simple as visiting a nursing home, reading to patients, or helping organize community events can bring new meaning to your life. I met a 72-year-old retired nurse named Linda who volunteers twice a week at a local food bank. She told me, "It's not about what I give, it's about what I get back." Every smile, every thank you, it reminds me that I still have something to offer. That's the magic of giving. It shifts the focus from what's ending to what's beginning. It reminds you that your time, your wisdom, and your compassion are valuable. You might not realize it, but your life experience, all the lessons, the stories, the struggles, can change someone else's world. And here's something fascinating. Studies have shown that volunteering or helping others actually improves mental and physical health. It lowers stress, reduces depression, and even helps you live longer. It turns out that kindness doesn't just make others feel good, it heals you, too. So maybe the next passion waiting for you isn't about picking up a hobby, but about opening your heart. Because sometimes, the best way to rediscover yourself is to give a little bit of yourself away. Now, let's move into another passion, one that's incredibly powerful, yet often overlooked, the passion for movement. No, I don't mean intense workouts or long runs, although if that's your thing, go for it. What I mean is rediscovering the simple joy of moving your body. After 60, movement isn't just about fitness, it's about freedom. It's about waking up and feeling your body work for you, not against you. It's about walking with confidence, having the energy to play with your grandkids, or exploring a new trail without feeling winded. And the best part? Movement can be joyful. It doesn't have to feel like a chore. Maybe you've always loved dancing. Put on your favorite music from the 70s and dance in your living room. Maybe you've wanted to try Tai Chi or gentle yoga. These forms of movement not only strengthen your body, they also calm your mind. Or maybe you'd rather just take peaceful morning walks, letting the rhythm of your steps guide your thoughts. I once knew a couple in their late 60s who started a daily habit of walking through their local park at sunrise. At first, it was about exercise. But soon, it became their favorite part of the day, a quiet ritual of connection and gratitude. They said, "We walk to move our bodies, but we also walk to move our minds." That's the beauty of it. Movement helps you reconnect with yourself. It clears the mental fog, lifts your mood, and reminds you that you're still capable, still strong, still vibrant. And here's a little tip: if starting feels overwhelming, keep it simple. Walk around your block. Stretch while watching TV. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Every bit of movement counts. Because at this stage in life, it's not about how far you go, it's about how good you feel when you get there. Now, there's another passion that grows beautifully alongside movement, and that's the passion for nature. It might sound simple, but reconnecting with the natural world can bring you a sense of peace you didn't even realize you were missing. When you spend time outdoors, feeling the sun on your skin, breathing fresh air, listening to the sound of birds, something inside you softens. The noise quiets down. The worries fade. You begin to see the world not as something rushing by, but as something to be part of. You don't need to be a hiker or a camper to feel it. Maybe it's tending to your garden, growing tomatoes or flowers, and watching them bloom under your care. Maybe it's sitting by a lake, watching the water ripple, or simply taking your morning coffee outside to listen to the world wake up. Nature has a way of reminding us of life's rhythm, the seasons, the growth, the renewal. It's a gentle teacher, showing us that even when things slow down, there's still beauty, still change, still movement forward. I remember talking to a man named George, who started birdwatching at 65. He laughed when he told me, "I thought birdwatching was for old people." Turns out, I was right, and it's wonderful. He said it gave him something to look forward to every day, the quiet thrill of spotting a new species, the joy of patience, the comfort of routine. Nature teaches patience, gratitude, and mindfulness. It helps you be present, and at this age, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. So whether it's a walk in the park, tending a small garden, or simply sitting under a tree and watching the world go by, let yourself connect again. Let yourself breathe. Because sometimes, rediscovering passion doesn't mean adding more to your life. It means slowing down enough to feel the life that's already there. And as we continue exploring these new passions, there's one more that ties everything together, one that speaks to your heart, your memories, and your relationships. It's the passion that makes every day richer, every moment more meaningful. There's a certain kind of passion that doesn't require money, travel, or even much effort. It's something that lives in your memories, your stories, and your connections. I'm talking about the passion for relationships, for people, for love, for connection. After 60, it's easy to feel like life starts shrinking a little. Maybe friends move away, family members get busy, or loved ones pass on. But human connection remains one of the most powerful and fulfilling experiences we can ever have. It's what keeps the heart young, the mind sharp, and the soul alive. And this doesn't just mean romantic love, though that can absolutely be part of it. It means nurturing the bonds that remind you you're not alone. Reaching out to an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, making time for your grandchildren, or joining a community group where laughter and conversation come easily. Sometimes, connection means starting fresh, meeting new people who share your interests, joining a local club, or even connecting online. You'd be surprised at how many wonderful friendships can blossom through something as simple as a shared hobby or a weekly group chat. One woman I met, named Maria, joined a senior storytelling club at 68. Every week, she and others gathered to share short stories from their lives. She told me, it's not just about the stories, it's about the feeling of being seen again. Of being heard. That's what connection does. It reminds you that your voice still matters. That your laughter still echoes. That your presence still adds warmth to someone's day. And when you nurture those relationships, something beautiful happens. You start feeling more alive. You look forward to each day not because of what you have to do, but because of who you get to share it with. Now, let's talk about one last passion, one that might surprise you, because it's not about doing more, but about feeling more. It's the passion for self-discovery. You might be thinking, at my age, I already know who I am. But here's the truth, we never really stop discovering ourselves. Life after 60 is not a closing chapter. It's a new one. And this chapter can be the most honest, the most peaceful, and the most fulfilling yet. You've spent decades giving your time, your energy, your heart to others, your family, your job, your responsibilities. Now, you finally have the space to ask, what do I want for me? Maybe it's something you've always wanted to try but never had the chance to, writing a book, painting a picture, traveling solo, or simply spending time in stillness. Maybe it's about letting go of old expectations, the need to be busy, productive, or perfect, and learning to just be. There's something deeply freeing about reaching this stage of life. You don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You've already done the hard work. Now, it's time to enjoy the journey, the real you, without pressure, without comparison. I once heard someone say, getting older is like coming home to yourself. And that's exactly it. You begin to understand that your value was never about what you achieved, it's about who you are, what you've experienced, and how much love you carry in your heart. So, maybe your new passion isn't a hobby, or a new skill, or even a new adventure. Maybe it's rediscovering you. Take a moment every day just to breathe, to reflect, to appreciate how far you've come. Write in a journal, meditate, or simply enjoy your morning coffee in silence. Listen to your thoughts, your emotions, your hopes. There's wisdom in that quiet space, and it's all yours. Because the truth is, life doesn't end after 60. It transforms. It slows down just enough for you to actually notice the details, the smell of your favorite meal cooking, the laughter of your grandchild, the way the sunset paints the sky. This is your time to live with intention. To fill your days not with busyness, but with meaning. To trade I should for I want. To let curiosity lead the way, and joy be the reward. Think of it like this, when we were younger, passion often came from chasing things. But now, passion comes from cherishing things. It's no longer about adding more to your life, it's about appreciating what's already here. So whether it's learning, creating, giving back, moving your body, connecting with nature, or nurturing your relationships, let these passions remind you that every day is a chance to grow, to give, to smile, and to feel alive. You don't have to climb mountains or make grand plans to live fully. Sometimes, living fully just means waking up grateful for the day ahead and choosing to make it a good one. And remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, there's always room for something new, a new joy, a new friend, a new moment of peace. The only thing you need is the willingness to say, yes, I'm ready. So, if you've been wondering what's next for you, maybe this is it. This season of your life, filled with possibility, freedom, and discovery. A time to laugh a little louder, love a little deeper, and live a little slower. Because passion doesn't belong to the young, it belongs to the curious, the open-hearted, the ones who choose to keep growing no matter their age. And that, my friend, is you. So go ahead, start today. Try something new, reach out to someone, or simply take a quiet moment for yourself. Let this be the beginning of a chapter filled with light, love, and purpose. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What passion are you excited to explore next? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one, and your stories inspire more people than you realize. If this message spoke to your heart, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more content made especially for people who believe that life after 60 is just the beginning. Here's to you, to living boldly, loving deeply, and discovering new passions every day. Because no matter your age, you still have so much life left to live. Here's to living your best life at any age.